Hey there, and welcome back to Arlin Plays EarthBound. Last time we were taking a journey with Jeff here to save Ness and Paula, and today it's more of the same because we're not quite there yet. So, onward. This dungeon has no entrance fee. Come on in! Well, that's mighty kind of you. Okay, right away you can tell this area isn't all that serious, and not just from the sign outside. Listen to that music. Welcome to my modest dungeon, Brick Road. Okay, well, how is Jeff doing at the moment? A little bit low on health for my tastes. So let's eat some cookies, because they are taking up our inventory anyway. There we go. That's close enough. Okay, so we've got a mouse. The Rowdy Mouse. I've seen these before, but where? So, I do find it interesting. So far we've seen a mix of enemies. There's been several that are being reused from Ness and Onett in that general area. I mean, we had the crows. There were dogs running around, though I didn't run into any of them in this particular playthrough. But yeah. So we've got I do like that there is a mix, though, because it helps give this area its own kind of flavor to it. I mean, when you've got goats and that sort of thing, it's still distinct. But at the same time, they're reusing things that make sense to have. Alright, let's check this path. And here we have an enemy we've never seen before. The Mad Duck. I'm going to opt for the crazy variety. Jeff was not able to concentrate. He was not able to use PSI. Well, I guess it's a good thing he doesn't know any PSI now, isn't it? Still, I didn't realize that was a status ailment. Or at least we haven't seen it before now. It's a pretty rare status ailment, though. I only ever really deal with it here when it's not a problem. I'm sure that there are other things out there that can do it, and that was a nice HP gain. That was a good level. Jeff opened the present. There's an insecticide spray inside. Jeff takes it. Well, that's a shame. It's a insecticide spray. Silly English grammar being confusing as all hell. And that apparently is not really a present. It's a trap. The worthless protoplasm. I'm gonna suggest this isn't gonna be a particularly threatening enemy, though he hits harder than the mouse, not that that says much. Of course, to be fair, you know, he doesn't crit every other shot like the mouse does. Jeff gained 17 EXP. Wow, it doesn't even give as much XP as the mouse. Huh. What a worthless protoplasm. Jeff opened the present. There's a broken iron inside. Broken iron? Like as in an iron that you iron clothes with? A contraption that looks like an iron. That genius Jeff should be able to fix it sometime. Well, I hate to break it to you, but he's only got an IQ of 5. That's barely sentient. Oh wait, IQ isn't the same thing as the real world version. Okay. Because I would not call Jeff a slack-jawed mouth breather, but watch for falling materials. Brick Road. Okay, next. Or we can get a photo opportunity. That works too. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say, Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Away! I do find it entertaining that apparently only Ness does a pose for the camera. Everybody else is just like, Thank you, Bubble Monkey. You're so helpful in battle. Fortunately, it's just a Mad Duck. He's not really going to do anything. Apparently, the Mad Duck is an easy-to-defeat but anti-PSI creature, because it can drain your PSI, I'm guessing, and it can make you not concentrate. Both are rather nasty. Inside, we got a fresh egg. Oh, man. And a level up. Life is good. And since I don't really need the money, I'm going to go ahead and use this fresh egg before it turns into a chicken. Oh, that is one thing that I just realized. There is a period of time when it goes into a chick in between when it's a fresh egg and a chicken. But the chick actually does have a use. It is the only item in the game that I am aware of that can cure homesickness. Unfortunately, it's also only available for a short period of time, so its usefulness is somewhat limited. 6 HP of damage to Jeff! And I was not aware it could call for help. That's frustrating. This could get ugly fast if this continues. Still, it probably won't be as bad as some of the times that I've played through. Or other people that I know anyway. And they both decided to feel strange. Excellent. Can't do it. No, that's not... Ugh. Okay, I can work with that. Oh, good, nobody actually showed up that time. There we go. Hopefully it'll continue acting strange. Well, whatever he was attacking, it did not hit. I do find it interesting that when you're feeling strange, or it doesn't always affect you, and it will tell you if it's affecting you or not. And the other thing is that even when it is affecting you, it doesn't always hit a target other than the one that you wanted it to. It just is likely. Jeff, open the present. There's another croissant. How useful. It's one of those weird status effects. It's not quite as cut and dried as, say, Pokemon. It's either you hit yourself, or you hit the enemy you wanted to. No, here it's kind of a, you hit a random target, which might be the one you wanted. Of course, to be fair, Pokemon is kind of built around a one-on-one thing, aside from the occasional double or triple battle. Or rotation battle, if you really want to go through the entire list. But the fact that we've got more than one opponent on both sides, or rather more than one combatant, I suppose I should say, makes that a little different here. The things I'm amused about. Jeff, open the present. There's a stun gun inside. Okay, so we go from a BB gun to a taser, apparently. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Hello? Hello? Maxwell Labs here. Oh, hello, Jeff. Would you like me to keep a record of your journey? Alright, I have everything written down. Do you want to take a break now? Nope. You've become such a hard worker. I've got to get back to work myself. Go for it, bad boy. Click beep, beep, beep. Alright. Way to go. Please come back again. Brick Road. Okay. Maybe it was too easy? My name's Brick Road, the dungeon developer. I devoted my life to making dungeons. Well, by combining my skills and with Dr. Andonut's intelligence, I can become Dungeon Man, the first combination of human and dungeon in history. Let's meet again once I have become Dungeon Man. Would you like to get a good night's rest? Well, sure. Apparently, I was not good enough to fix anything. Poor Jeff. Take care. Come back again. Don't ask why I chose that accent for him. It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. But still, at least this time Paula let him sleep. Okay, now we've entered into a very different dungeon. This one might actually pose a threat. Or it could just have another rowdy mouse in it. That's cool. I'm perfectly okay with that. And that gun upgrade has certainly done quite a bit of help. And we have the power of purple doing absolutely nothing for Jeff. The magic butterfly made Jeff relax. Which, you know, not that helpful, but better than nothing, I suppose. Actually, it's not really any better than nothing, but I can pretend. And there goes a quarter of Jeff's health. Poor Jeff. What is he going to do? Oh, right. Tase the mouse. Level 7! He's cruising right along. Still, he's probably going to be behind when he gets there. Oh, there's a hamburger, but I have too much stuff. Well, let's get rid of this last cookie. And then a hamburger! Nom nom. Of course, my initial question is, how long has that been in there? It's mildly disturbing, and apparently I get the drop on some things. Attack slugs. Okay. Well, since attack slugs aren't exactly known for their prowess, I'm just going to auto-attack them. See, this is quick. Wow, even the bubble monkey can deal damage to them. They are quite squishy. Not that you could tell that. I mean, they're only slugs. So far we've kind of had a progression just for Jeff at this point. I mean, while yes, you can argue that it's kind of... I mean, it is accelerated compared to what we did with NES and whatnot, but to be fair, would you really want to go through all that again? I mean, aside from replaying the game, just going through the full progression again would be kind of frustrating, but it does bring him up to speed in a way that's far more believable than if they just had him mysteriously show up with his complete lack of battle experience. Why yes, I crossed several countries full of monsters and didn't fight any of them. And I'm here because I'm somehow going to help you despite that. Yes. That seems perfectly legitimate. But still, it is kind of a... Thematically, I kind of like it. I like the idea of Jeff setting out, not knowing what he's going to be going for, and slowly coming into his own just before he gets to his friends, or his new friends. Okay, this could get ugly. Struttin' evil mushroom. Wow, it's not even rambling, it's struttin'. And apparently it is beating the piss out of me. Dear God, I'm gonna run away and hopefully I can get away. Oh, and this might be the last one. Okay, nope. Run away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Come on. Oh. And there goes Jeff. Jeff, looks like you got your head handed to you. So how about giving it another shot? Yes. Jeff decided to return after summoning all the courage and energy he had. Good luck. Well, on the upside, I only had $14. Also on the upside, I have no PP, so it doesn't really matter. And apparently I can talk to Brick Road again, but I don't really want to do that. So we had our first encounter with something that was a little too tough for Jeff. Entertainingly enough, in this run, Jeff died before Paula did. There's something that I find endlessly entertaining about that. Of course, admittedly, I wasn't really paying that close of attention to my HP, so it's probably in part my fault. Of course, they also hit pretty hard. So, note to self, avoid mushrooms. Strangely enough, they're not like the Ramblin' Evil mushrooms, which apparently I can take without any problem, or at least I would imagine so. There goes the Rowdy Mouse. Oh hey, there is an additional... Huh. I just realized that in the last episode I did not try his one unique command at all. So I'll have to do that, but I think that I will wait on that until I've got some backup. Because it does take up a turn, and the information gathered isn't really that helpful when it's just Jeff. So, in the interest of keeping alive until I get to my friends... Bubble Monkey of Fury! He's no bubbles, though. Alright, let's see. And again with this fight. I don't know why I keep doing this. If I do die again, guys, I am going to just fast forward back to where I was, because this is a little tedious. Still, at least I gained a level in there, and hopefully I can make it to the door before... Oh, hey. That is one of those detrimental things. One of the fun things about having the Bubble Monkey follow you, and you've seen the path that he takes. It's kind of a meandering... He'll wait a while, and then he'll zoom and catch up to you. Well, the problem is he's still considered a member of the party, so if something runs into him while he's lollygagging about behind me, it starts a fight, as normal. So, it simultaneously is one of those things that it's amusing, but it also makes it a little harder. Fortunately, that doesn't tend to happen too often because I'm not, up until this point I haven't really been running too much, and that is a lot of slugs. Still, at least it's not a mouse and a slug. At least this I'm not going to get hurt much. Come on. Let's get through this. See, this right here is the punishment for death in this game. I mean, it's not so much that... I mean, death really isn't all that lasting in this game. Your punishment is a little bit of lost funding, sure, but... Prime example of what I was talking about. I mean, at least it's just an attack slug, but... Annoying as hell. Point being... that... Yeah! We've got a lot of annoying stuff going on, thanks to having died. Awesome. Alright, now that I'm... And the mushrooms are waiting for me, of course. Let's just keep... Come on! There we go. There's just one mushroom. I can take one mushroom. Especially since I'm at much better health than I was. And now it only does 13? Am I just misremembering and thought that it did more damage than it did? Or maybe it was just the fact that I was being ganged up on, I don't know. Certainly gives me a lot more XP. And those are mushrooms. Alright, well, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of one of these before it continues to be problematic. Alright, what do we got here? Let's use the boiled egg. Good. I needed that health. And I just lucked out that it didn't get to move first, and wasn't being absent-minded, so it wouldn't have mattered. Enemy left a present. I got a cookie. Oh, how nice. Well, more IQ is always good. Jeff opened the present. There's a cheap bracelet inside. Oh, this ought to help. You know, adding 5 more to our pitiful defense. Jeff ate the cookie. Yeah, I just found this in the remains of a walking mushroom. It's totally safe to eat, right? There we go. There's a present! Bottle rocket inside. Well, that's useful. I'll have to actually make use of that at some point. And, well, we can't get up. And we can't talk to the bubble monkey. But we can potentially use the pack of bubblegum? Shoot it and start blowing. Look at it go. And he will use his miraculous powers of aerodynamics to float his way up there and help me. Hey, there we go. Well, that was a simple solution. And that is a mushroom again. I don't want to fight it. I really don't. Alright, you know what? Fine. Screw it. I don't even care. Only Ness can absorb the power of this place. Okay. So then why are they having him go past this? On the one hand, it does give it to you ahead of time, and apparently my... No, I don't want to throw something away. It's a cookie. Yes, I will leave the cookie behind. Really? Hello, it's your dad. You've been out there for a long time now. It may be none of my business, but don't you think it would be a good idea if you took a break? Sure, Dad, sure. Ah, and this would be? So, this isn't Ness. I'm glad that you decided to take my advice. Alright then, stay at a nearby town and get some rest. Before you take a break, be sure to call me. Be on the lookout for any shady characters. Click, beep. That's right, boys and girls. I just got a phone call on a phone I don't have. I love this game sometimes. Now she's my type. I think I'll ask her for a date. You know, it doesn't look to me like she's interested, boyo. But, keep at it, I guess. And here we have Stonehenge. With a base in the middle. Or at least, looks like a hole, but... Yeah, I don't want to deal with these guys, so I'm just gonna run. Giant cave with... You kids don't look very bright. Let me explain. Kids? Uh-huh. We're the ones who aren't bright. These stones are making a pattern. It's called Stonehenge. UFOs often visit here. You must have seen it on TV or read about it in the tabloids. Yes, that's Stonehenge. Alright, next. Lab. It's handily labeled in case you forgot. Okay, so we have a lab here. I'm going to eat something. Which one is better here? Covers about 50 HP. This one recovers about 60 HP. Okay. I will go ahead and eat the hamburger. Because up here, there is something else. Look at that. Jeff opened the present. There's a broken pipe inside. Jeff takes it. So now at this point we have a broken pipe, a broken air gun, and a broken iron. Eating up Jeff's inventory.
Mr. Brickroad, the dungeon maker referred you, right? And not only that, what? Who? My son? Oh, I can't believe it. You're Jeff, my son. It's been maybe 10 years since I last saw you. I'm so glad you're such a healthy boy. Those glasses look good on you. How about a donut?
No.
Oh, fine. Have you already checked out Stonehenge?
Sort of.
Well, at least I asked. Okay. By the way, why are you here? Oh, I see. That girl named Paula must have sensed I was here. Okay, I'll try to help you out. I'm trying to make a phase distorter that can connect 2 points in space and time. It's still incomplete. I'll just use another invention I call the Sky Runner. It's a little bit old, but it'll certainly help. When you're bored, always listen for the message that comes from your destination. You'll get there for sure if you listen to the message. The round machine over there is the Sky Runner. What do you think? Isn't it neat? Get in. Let's get together again in 10 years or so.
Okay, so it appears we have yet another father who's kind of pointless. Instant revitalizing device. In only a few seconds, this machine fully revitalizes you, just like a good night's sleep. How nice. Or at least it would have been, if, I hadn't already maxed out my HP. But, so we have the continuing theme of fathers that are largely absent. Okay, I'm inside, and music has started. So, what comes next, sir?
What happened? It's not moving. Hey, why don't you try pressing the button on the controller?
I see. I didn't realize that it did that if you just sat there and didn't push anything, because I always pushed something. That is an awesome flying machine. The world may never know how it does it. I'm guessing magnetism. I like the theme, I have to say. But so, they've showed us a place that we definitely need to come back to. But so then, why have it be that close to the edge of the dungeon? I mean, on the one hand, it is kind of convenient and refreshing in that sense, because you're not going to have to go through it a second time. You already did so as Jeff, really. But, it's still an interesting design choice, I have to say. Alright, so we see another place. A fun, deserty place. Oh, the desert. And if you look closely, you can see some sesame seeds. Maybe. If you're good. Or lucky. And back up to the clouds! I will give them credit. This does establish that you're coming from a long way off. Ah, this looks familiar. And look at that. He circumvented the entirety of the tunnels with the ghosts. Okay, is that the message? Floating around, floating around. How did he input the destination anyway? Okay, so we're doing a sweep of the town, I guess. I'm amazed that the townsfolk don't just freak the hell out. I mean, I realize they've been dealing with zombies, but this random weird thing they've never seen before is floating around town, and they don't seem to be reacting in any way. So it's either, it can't be worse than the zombie apocalypse, or they're just oblivious. My money's on the latter option. Okay, so we're in the graveyard. Okay, now we're in the graveyard. Man, oh man, did that ever scare me. The Skyrunner. I guess it took a little damage while landing. Oh well. You don't have to explain a thing. I'm Jeff. I came because you called me. I'm not very strong, really nearsighted, kind of shy, and I tend to be a little reckless. This is just the way I am. I hope you want me to be your friend, okay? Sure. Alright, let's go back to the journey then. And so we gain our third party member. Jeff joined you. It's impossible to fix, for the time being. Well, that wasn't a hint at all. Alright, so now we have Jeff in our party. So we've got Ness at level 20, Paul at level 16, and Jeff at level 10. Look at him go. Unfortunately, we're, well, over time this time, so thank you all for watching. I will see you next time when we get out of this freaking cave.